Hello, hello. I am so excited for this topic for June. This is something I am so deeply passionate about. Prioritizing your life just as much as your wellness goals. So many people get stuck in needing to choose fitness goals, right? My computer's low, or living my life. And I really want to create a space where you guys feel like you can have both. And I do think they should be looked at as the same. And I get on some of you when you don't have a cheat meal throughout the week. I'm like, yo, have your cheat meal, enjoy your life, book the trip. Like, we gotta live, we gotta live, we gotta enjoy. And we need to prioritize both equally as the same. And I strongly believe like we do not need to choose. And like anything in life, right? Like there's going to be ebbs and flows. There's going to be times where we're prioritizing our health a little bit more. Maybe we're living a little bit more. And I feel like the summer months, we're living a little bit more. We're out and about and we're seeing friends. And I never want this time of year to make you feel guilty for not showing up like you're falling short. So, prioritizing living your life just as much as your fitness goals, I think it is essential. We are put on this planet, on this earth to enjoy, to experience, to live. And I never, ever, ever want your goals to take that away from you, make you feel guilty for doing that. Like, absolutely not. So, super excited and passionate about this topic. And that's what we're going to focus on for June. So, how, like, thinking about this question, like, how much of a relief would it give you if you did view living your life as just as important as your health goals? Like, how much pressure would that take off of you? How would you show up differently when friends ask you to do things or there's a barbecue or like, hey, let's go get ice cream after playing pickleball or something? Like, how different would your life look if you looked at living and playing and happiness and connection as just as important as the food you're eating, the way you're moving your body, the rest you're getting, like all the things we focus on, right? Like drinking water, we're moving our body, we're getting steps in, we are building strength, and we're nourishing. And that is a part of health. And if we're looking at the big picture of health, connection is really important. You know, our environment is important. So if you're continuing to put yourself in these environments that are like you're saying no to stuff that you actually really want to say yes to, or you're really restricting yourself of things that light you up and make you happy, that to me is also like not health because we need both. And that's why when we look at holistic health as a whole, there's all of these pillars, like, right? Like spiritual, environment, nourishment, we got physical, financial, like, all of the pillars that make up our health and happiness. So that is what I mean when I'm saying like living your life, experiencing, enjoying is it should be looked at just as important as those nourishing, moving. And I just never want to feel like we need to pick and choose. And that's why like I'm big on like 80%. Like, okay, if you have goals that you want to hit, cool, amazing. Let's hit them. So that might require you showing up a little bit more intentionally than somebody who has the goals of I'm just trying to like find balance and be healthy and live. So if we're showing up to our goals like that 80% of the time, but really still like that 20% is so important. Or even if that's like 10% for you, if you're someone who really like is dialed in and like you love that. Like I think it's really important to find that balance for you and what that feels good. And you'll know, everyone's like has a different percentage. They have a different um, you know, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but we all have it's going to look different for all of us and it's you figuring out what that balance is for you and you'll be able to feel it of oof, I've been living life and this has been really fun, but I feel like I'm like missing a little bit and want to like focus a little bit more on my health and my goals. Or if you're too dialed in, you'll feel that too of like, oh, I'm craving some fun. I want to, add some balance. And so that balance. And I really think it's like figuring that out for yourself without allowing like putting pressure to show up perfectly or feeling guilty for allowing yourself to enjoy because again, it's just as important and they should be looked at equally. Okay. So I wanted to like share my vision board. Some of you have probably already seen this. It's my background on my computer. But I just wanted to share my vision board and some photos of like life. You see like there's connection, trying new things, exploring, friendships, there is like still health and fitness, taking care of my body, community, financial, like when I'm like creating or seeing pictures, like to me, having that big picture is just really important. And hopefully you can like feel the energy from some of these photos, right? But it's not just all working out or it's just not all fitness. There's everything included in like how I wanted to feel in 2026. And I want to really make sure like that message is going to you guys as well. Because, like, this is how I live my life. I know with your goals, we have like a protocol, we have a plan, but I just never want you to feel guilty for not showing up. And, like, yes, we have things in place so we can help you, like, and I want to help you reach your goals and your results no matter what they are. But I don't want us to forget about the big picture of everything else. So I just wanted to show you some like photos of other things like there is more to life than nourishing and moving and those things are really important but we need all the other things as well like we really do so fitness it's not life but there is so much more life with fitness and I saw this on Instagram and it kind of like summed up how I was feeling about all of this because when you do think about life, like we don't want to just live to try to look a certain way or force ourselves into loving our bodies. I think like we want to feel that way and be healthy so we can live and show up in a way that we feel really good in the world. And I do believe though we do need to feel healthy and confident and we do need fitness. Like it does allow us to have more life. Like I don't know if you guys like to travel or hiking, but when we are healthy, we enjoy those experiences more. We're able to do more. Our body allows us to show up more. And this can be in the way we're nourished, like our energy, the way we fuel our body is going to help with that. The way we move our body as we get older, it's going to really affect that. So there is more life with fitness. I think there's more we can do. We have our mindset right. Our body can show up for us. We're strong, we're healthy, but it shouldn't be like fitness should not be our whole life. And we should still be prioritizing connection and living and experiencing and having fun. So this month, in the PDF, we're going to cover, the three pillars of coaching is food, movement, and mindset. So we're really just going to focus on those three a lot of the time. So in that PDF that you guys got, there's going to be questions for each section. And then also a challenge of how to like add some more life in for each of these sections. So food, it is fuel, right? We're learning how to eat, how to prioritize protein, get fiber so our bodies can function at its best. But food is also like, it has the power of bringing us together with people we love. It has the power to like make us excited and light up our taste buds and experiencing new cultures and new things. Like when we travel, it's at least for me, like it's so centered around food. Like you want to immerse yourself and try new things. Like food is fuel, yes. But on the other side of like living our life and experiencing, food has the power to also do so much more than just fuel our bodies. So seeing it as both. Okay, so there's going to be questions reflecting on food for this month. Same with movement, right? Working out, it helps us build strength. If you have specific physique goals and you're trying to like build your glutes or your shoulders or whatever that may be, and there's so many different ways to move our body that it like movement doesn't have to always be productive. You can do it for pure enjoyment, like hiking, playing sports. I've been trying to get into like pickleball. Played with my dad the other day and it was like so fun. Dancing, playing, biking, walking, swimming, and especially in the summer. Like not everything you do needs to be productive or for a purpose. And yes, we're focusing on building muscle, building strength. That is very, very important as we get over. And it is a really key piece to longevity is having that muscle. But also the part where we're living and we're playing and we're experiencing and we're connecting. There's so many other ways to move your body and get both of those things. So you'll see questions on that. There's going to be a challenge on that to pick something not needing to be productive, but just out of like pure enjoyment. And then mindset as well. Our goals should support your life. They should support how you want to feel, but we shouldn't get to a place where our goals are starting to like consume our life to the point where we're having to say no and then we're miserable and we're lonely because we're not truly allowing ourselves to enjoy and to live in the way that we want to live. So, mindset is also really big, and our goals should be aligned with how we want to feel, how we want to show up. And I don't want our goals to be so strict to the point where it's like I'm miserable or I can't do this or I can't do this or I'm guilty because I have this goal to look a certain way or to feel a certain way and I'm ruining it by living. Like, no, we got to look at them as a whole together. So these are going to be really good questions to reflect on for this month. And I'm just like really excited for you guys to dive into this and like live a little bit bigger and let some pressure off if you are struggling with that because holistic health they're both equally important. So this month we really want to reflect on how can you add more life into your day today this month. Like what's something you feel like you're craving or missing or have been wanting to try. Maybe it's a trip you've been wanting to go on. Maybe it's a new restaurant in town that you're like, I really want to go try that. See what the food's like. How can you prioritize your health goals and find more fun and play? Like, how can we have these coexist together? And how can you make life as much as a priority as your goals? Okay, really, really important topic, really fun topic. I would love, love for you guys to like share breakthroughs, what's coming up, what you're doing for fun, what you're finding enjoyment in. And I think, this is the theme for June, but this really is gonna, I feel like should carry out through the entire like summer months. So that is what I have for you guys this month. Cannot wait to hear what comes up for you, what you guys decide to do. And I will be talking to you guys through check-ins throughout the week. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for being here. And yeah, just super excited for this month. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.